Get started. Yo, guys, on today's show, we're going to be doing Manchester United Arsenal preview. I got my boy James, I got Brandon, I got Kesh. Hopefully, Indiana's going to be coming through soon too. And we just went. We're live right now, people. First, I'm just going to cue that intro, and everyone in the comment section, big up to you. And hopefully, you guys have already subscribed, liked the video, and you know what? Comment down below what you think the prediction for the game is. Let's get started. Yes, people, what's going on, everybody? And yo, we got my boy James from Toronto, Canada. We got Brendan over here in the UK. We got Kesh, and last edition, we got Cam, another Toronto native, Manchester United fan. So we got two Torontonians, or North Americans, should I say? Yeah, but yeah, first, since it's the first time bringing James on, right? I'm just gonna ask James. James, yo, when did you start supporting Manchester United, bro?
To be honest, around Euro 2004, I was in grade 6, 7, and I saw the little Ronaldo, obviously being Korean, I saw Park Ji-sung in there, and, before even then, everyone knew Manchester United as a global brand, and I just love the team. English Premier League was always on TV. So, that's about it, and week in, week out, just United.
There you go. And Cam, you also being in North America, when did you start supporting Manchester United?
Well, my brother was a fan. My brother's like 13 years older than me.
Yeah.
I would say when I first really started watching heavy was probably 2010, 11, because it's not, you lived here. It's not like it was on TV, right? Like it was more around, you'd watch the World Cup, the Euro Cup, and then you start. So I really started to like him because Beckham was my favorite player because he was everybody's, like, for me. I mean, and then there was such a global brand. And with my brother, that combination. And then I got heavy into the sport around 2010, 2011. Like right as soon as I was finishing uni, because in university, you're not watching sports. At least I wasn't. I was busy doing other things.
Yeah. For me, guys, it was 98 World Cup. Kind of got ingrained with France. And from there, it followed into transition from France into Arsenal. Basically, it was a smooth transition, and a lot of my family in the UK, a lot of my family back home in Somalia and Ethiopia, they also support Arsenal. And it's just been like, if you guys know anything about when I grew up, I did not see any real Tottenham fans. I literally hated Manchester United. I hated Chelsea. I would always see this guy supporting Manchester United in the finals. I would see another guy named Luca supporting Chelsea every single week. And you know what? At them times, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when they talk about their clubs, I'll just keep myself quiet, keep it moving. There's no point. But yeah, anyways, Kesh, when did you start supporting Arsenal? I never asked you this, I don't think.
Probably about 2002, around that, yeah, 2002, 2001, yeah, around that time.
2002, 2001. And Brandon?
Yeah, similar time, around about the 2000s sort of time. Me dad was a Manchester United fan, my stepdad an Arsenal fan, and I had to choose between the two. But my stepdad used to go to games a lot. He used to, have a lot of Arsenal stuff around the house. At that time, both Man United and Arsenal were very good and vying for the title each year. And I just went with Arsenal. I had a bit more of a bond with Arsenal. I thought they played better football, so I went with Arsenal. And it's always good to have a bit of banter with your old man as well, isn't it? So
yeah. So guys, now that we've gotten that out of the way.
Sorry, where's James from?
What?
Toronto, bro.
James from Toronto, bro.
Oh, word. Respect.
Cool. I like the shirt, brother. Champions, brother.
Let's get it. What do you call it? Now let's talk about this. What I want to go through each person. What's your biggest memory? Manchester United versus Arsenal. What's the biggest game that you remember? Because for me, if I go, I think the biggest game I remember is the losses, and obviously one of the biggest games that I remember is Will Torres' goal, when to help us win the league. That to me, always remember those kind of games. In addition to the missed penalty Oh man, and Martin Keown and everybody getting their face. That good times, you know what I mean? But hey, if I were to pick a goal, it would have to be Henri's flick, Henri's
Barthez.
flick and turn and kick. But hey, if you guys in the UK and if you recently watched Martin Keown's 2 games during the lockdown when he was talking about his 2 best ever Manchester games, 2 of them were Manchester United games, and rewatching those games and seeing how Wiltor scored the goal and how we won that game, that was the game for me. I don't know about you guys, but what game would you say was your biggest memory? Manchester United versus Arsenal. Starting with Brandon.
Sorry, Brandon, go ahead.
Do you know what? My first real proper memory from when I, back in the day was actually I think it was 2005 FA Cup final when we beat them on penalties. I was at a mate's house that day. He had quite a few people round, mixture of Man United, mixture of Arsenal, and the celebrations afterwards. Yeah. We was on a high after that, but no, you're right. Yeah, I remember games as well with Martin Keown jumping all over the back of Van Nistelrooy missing that penalty as well. Yeah, mad times.
Yeah. What about you, Cash? Before we get to United guys, I know they're gonna pick their 8.
It would be. It was the game that Adebayo scored. It was wearing the yellow kit. And obviously, the reason why that stands in my mind a lot is because we went quite a while without actually beating them at their ground. And you know what I mean? Like, you can always win at your own ground, but you always want to win at Old Trafford. And that was the last one up until the other day. So, yeah, it'd be that game for me.
Okay. Cam, just get it out of the way. Bandage, rip it. 8-2?
Nah. Both of my most, because that was more like, you gotta understand my full-on diving into the sport. It was when United were basically after the Van Persie moment, right? Like, it was like, I just started, I have a Van Persie jersey because I watched during that season, but my most memorable game, and it sucks, is, I can't remember the game. Sorry, my throat's killing me. I don't remember, I think we were away at Emirates, and Ozil and Alexis Sanchez destroyed us. And after the game, Rio Ferdinand's kid said that she wanted a Sanchez jersey. And I remember that sticking with me for life, just being like, because I remember going into that game being like, we're going to get battered, and we got obliterated. And that hurt me because that was like the shift of us not being good anymore. I was like, Jesus, we just got battered by Arsenal. And that stuck with me. And then De Gea's 14 saves, those 2.
Oh, my favorite was I rewatched that game recently. The game where we had 33 shots, XG of +4. And somehow you guys beat us 3-1. What was it, 3-1 or 3-0?
3-1. Watching Alexis Sanchez head dip and him stand still after that one, I was like, yes.
I'll tell you what, De Gea could have saved the Titanic that day. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Became my favorite player that day.
I still did it to this day. I seen the picture of Lacazette's goal shot and Alexis Sanchez's rebound. How did he stop that?
Yeah. He was
Go ahead.
At that time. But for me, there's been a lot of good and bad, but there's been a lot. Obviously, the semi-final away legs, home and away, that Ronaldo free kick that no one expected. Too far for Ronaldo to think about it. And even the one that won away the year after or 2 after Ronaldo left, the one where Nani took on 2 players at the corner flag and then chipped the keeper back post and it went in. You guys remember that one, 3-1 away?
Yeah.
That one was backflipped, right?
Yeah, back post. They called that an own goal to this day. It's still counted as an own goal to this day, which is shocking. But there's been way too many to name. Like, I could list 10 more games between Arsenal and United.
If you had to pick one, James, which one would you pick?
To pick one?
The Champions League?
Yeah, the Champions League. Second leg at Emirates.
Guys, remember the breakaway and when they scored.
Armenia.
Oh, I was like, what the hell? These guys, them times we should have known. Like, we should have just we should have just played deeper and we shouldn't have thrown so much people forward. But what are you gonna do, right?
It's not how you played.
Yeah. What do you call it? Gio says, Egal on the grind. You don't. Do you even sleep? You know what? Sometimes you don't sleep, bro. You should ask that to Kesh, man. Kesh, you be messaging people at like 3 a.m. on Twitter, 4 a.m. This guy's
I'm
never
always working, bruv. Always working.
Okay, so now smooth transition. Who was your favorite ever player on the opposing team? You got to say it on the opposing team, because it's easy to say it on your team. We all probably know our favorite players, but who's your favorite ever player on the opposing team? Now, I'm gonna have one, and you guys are gonna probably be shocked. For me, it's Roy Keane. To me, Roy Keane has like similar to Michael Jordan. He has that mentality where he constantly wants to win, constantly want to push people. If we had a Roy Keane in our team, everyone said that. If Manchester United had a Roy Keane in this team, they'd win the league. If Arsenal had a Roy Keane in their team, they would not be this bad. You know why? We'd be slapping up guys like Hector Bellerin and everybody that's acting up every week.
Keeping the dressing room in order.
If you guys watched Michael Jordan's documentary recently, The Last Dance, you've seen similarities from what Michael Jordan said about how he treated his teammates to how Roy Keane treats his teammates. And to me, almost underappreciated him at times, but now I'm gonna say to him, if you ask the younger Egal, he'd probably say a different player. But right now, at the age that I'm at, I've had a grown appreciation for Roy Keane. Now I'll go Kesh. What do you say?
Scholes for me, man. It's got to be Scholes. Like, I've watched that guy for so much years, just control the midfield. And whenever it used to come up against Man U, it wasn't really the Ronaldos that I was scared of. It was always Scholes. So I know once he's in the game and he's dictating the play and everything, I knew he wasn't going to stand a chance. So for me, it's Scholes.
Okay, Brandon?
Such a tough one, because Manchester United have had some great players over the years. I mean, there's one player that I really did like, and that is Nemanja Vidic. I've always thought that if we had a Nemanja Vidic type player in our defence, mate, he was solid. He was absolutely solid. So I'm gonna go with him for now. I'm gonna go with him.
Okay, and then James, who are you going for Arsenal?
Obviously, it's Thierry Henry. You know, I'm not going to shy away from it. He's one of my favorite footballers ever. In his prime, he could dribble like Ronaldo. He had the pace of whoever. He was amazing, and I think if you're a hater of Thierry Henry, even if you are a supporter of a rival team, then you're just a hater of football. You just have to put your hands up and say he's a class player. But one player I did love watching is Santi Cazorla. I think he's one of the underrated players, 2-footed genius, magician, and always a treat to watch Santi in the middle of the park. Okay, and then Cam?
It's got to be Thierry Henry, right? I feel like if I say anybody else, it wouldn't make any sense. He was one of the reasons I started liking football a lot, because, again, World Cups, that's where I got to watch. And watching him in France, you're just like, oh, geez, this guy is incredible. It's kind of like the Brazilian Ronaldo, right? I remember there was a time when watching those that you wouldn't miss. So obviously it's at all certain times, but you wouldn't miss a France game because you wanted to see Thierry Henry. You wouldn't miss a Brazil game because you wanted to see Ronaldo. Like, there were superstars that bring North Americans, in my opinion, into the game, and he was one of them. So
100%.
Understand. Now, moving away from talking about that, if you were to now say, if you could take a player from your team that was winning titles and leagues, and you just take one player and put them into your team right now, who would it be? Because we've had so much great players. We've had so much great players at Arsenal, Manchester United. So as an Arsenal fan, like, to me, I'm thinking, if we had, like, for years we've been saying, if we had a Patrick Vieira in this team, we could do better. Or if we had a Tony Adams in this team, we'd do better. Right now, looking at our team, I would say if we had a Tony Adams, that's what we would need. We need a leader and a defender from the back to bring everything together. And that's what I would say we would need. Like, what would you guys say you guys would need? I'll start with the Manchester United guys first.
This is the tough one, is because there's almost like 6 players I could take. It'd just be like, if you put them into the side right now, they're title contenders. If we go defense, you have Vidic or Real. I don't care. Give me either one of them. Either one of them. Probably more so Vidic, beside Maguire because the style, like Rio and Maguire, are kind of the same, except Rio's way better. I'm just saying the style of play, people, because people are like, did he just say he's as good? No,
Yeah.
But obviously, then in Ronaldo, you throw him up. We haven't had a player who could play on the right wing since he's left. Ronaldo, you put him there, and that would be fine. And then anybody from the midfield, like, it's too hard. That's a hard question, bro. Like, since United really need help in defense, I'd say Vidic for now, but I could take 6 players and just be like any one of these guys, and we transform. Like Ronaldo is the obvious one because he's like the best player ever. So I kind of exclude him and Messi from all these conversations. Doesn't matter. Let's say to not be cookie cutter, I'll say Vidic.
Okay, James.
For me, to be since we're actually somewhat near the race, and our defense personnel wise might be not as glamorous as the Vidic Rios, but I'd have to take a goal scorer. Ronaldo, maybe Ruben Van Nistelrooy, 40-plus goals. I think that would, right now, even if we allow 2 goals a game, clumsy defense, it was one of those ones. Sir Alex, we can concede 3, but we'll score 4. So I think if you put Van Nistelrooy up top in these games where we do have, like yesterday, we lost to Sheffield. If we just had that one scorer up front that could just win it for us, I think Van Nistelrooy or Ronaldo, the goal scoring years.
Now, I want to get this to the Arsenal guys. I said Tony Adams. Kesh, do you have a different shout, or do you feel like Tony Adams the only shout?
It's the only shout for me, man. Like, we got this LM thing going on. Got to get someone that's from back then that came through and actually reached the ceiling that he actually reached. For me, what we're missing is a leader. It's a person that demands a performance. Like, I feel like some of the players go out there and there's no one actually looking at them saying, listen, like, raise your level. Like, if Tony Adams was in this defense, a lot of these players wouldn't get away with some of the shit that they do.
Okay. And the same thing for you, Brandon?
Yeah, do you know what? I agree. It'd either be Tony Adams or Vieira for me, but I'd love to get Dennis Bergkamp in there as well. We had Bergkamp. He was unreal.
Okay. Now, enough reminiscing. We've reminisced for now, 15, 16 minutes. Now, let's take it to the teams that we have right now. I'm not going to do no combined 11. I'm not going to do picking our teams, none of that. What we're going to do, we're just going to look at the teams, and we're just going to go straight. Would you swap this player with or would you keep that player? So we'll go each position, similar to a combined 11. But first, when it comes to Leno and De Gea, are they that far apart in skill? What do you guys think?
Yeah,
in skill, probably no. But come on, like even though De Gea, let's say he's had a bad run of form for United, where would we be today? It's like getting rid of your firstborn child. I could never turn my back on him.
He's won a Premier League. He's a 4-time Player of the Year. Like, I get it. He's had like a bad season last year, and I'm not trying to be a hater. I just think the mistakes that De Gea was making, like Leno does those on a regular basis. The fact that your fan base is crying out for Martinez to still be there, like, for me, I think it's an easy one. I do think there's a pretty big gap, and I think if there's tiers, I still put De Gea like maybe right onto the top tier of goaltenders now at this point, goalkeepers. I put him ahead of Leno by a bit.
Is there a case for Leno, Brandon? Is there a case for Leno, Kesh?
Do you know what? Go on, Kesh. Go.
For me, I'm really not that fast. They're both keepers that shouldn't be that. They should be doing better for the clubs that they're playing for. So, in all matters, it doesn't really matter who's in goal out of both of them, because they're all going to come up with a few mistakes here and there anyway.
He's right.
Depend. That's what it is for me.
So for you, they're both underperforming. That's what you're saying.
Both.
Wow.
For the magnitudes of the clubs that they're playing for, they do not perform with a consistency that's demanded from the fans. And like, you saw De Gea yesterday, and you saw what led to the second goal, the kick. Yeah. Like, you expect a keeper that like De Gea to clear his lines and get rid, and he didn't do that.
The kick. Hold on, the clear of the lines was that would have been very hard for him to get that out. Maguire was like
no. What you have to understand, I'm not saying you have to get it up the pitch. You kicked that out for a throw-in. Where he kicked it, he might as well should have just left it where it was for them to score.
Someone said Leno all black. Okay, so the people in the chat, guys, for every Leno I see 2 De Gea's. So Ian, this is an Arsenal channel, so it's like it's pretty. I think De Gea is the popular opinion, so we'll concede De Gea. Now, there's no debate about right back, guys? Is there? Is there Cedric? Does Cedric get a shout? Does Bellerin get a shout?
Wan-Bissaka.
Nah. Okay, so we keep it moving.
Isn't your right back Tierney? Your right back Tierney, right?
No.
Right back.
So wait, are you putting Cedric in front of Aaron Wan-Bissaka or no?
No, I think you just asked.
I'm just asking a general question. I'm not. I'm putting it out there. If someone wants to grab onto it, you can grab onto it.
It's
But
AWB.
realistically, it's AWB, right?
Yeah.
Now, defense. Again, do you guys want to make a case for anybody, or is it because I made a case for Holding? I feel like Holding's been good. Gem's in the house. Gem, if you have time, you can come on.
I think Gabriel would be interesting beside Maguire.
Yeah, tough guys, 2 hard-nosed guys. Yeah, I think both clubs and everyone in the chat. We're not so. But I don't know. I think Maguire's in there. Fair bit for Gabriel. It's not like it's Vidic or
Yeah, we got Indiana in the house. Indiana, you joined us a little late. We covered a couple things, so I just need a quick fire. I need your answers. This is going to be tough. What's the best game you've ever watched, or the most memorable game you've ever watched? Just pick one game between the 2 teams.
United Arsenal Ryan, just the Ryan Giggs run, and I'm seeing Martin Keown fall on his ass. That's all I care about, man. That's the best game.
Okay. Who was your best? Who was your favorite ever Arsenal player?
Favorite ever Arsenal player? Yeah, Bergkamp. Got to be Bergkamp for me. Guy was class.
Okay, and if you could pick a Manchester United player right now to put into your team, who would it be?
Paul Scholes.
Okay, so that's the guy who's going to win you the league or push you guys over the hump.
Yeah, has to be. He's the best player for me who's ever played at Man United. I can't lie.
Okay, so you're pretty much caught up, guys. Just so you know, the De Gea Leno argument. He's already on Team De Gea, and then Aaron Wan-Bissaka. There's no argument. Now Jem's also on the line. Jem,
I'm here to make sure there's no biased comments. Yeah, make sure this is.
He's here to piss me off.
Just mute yourself.
Jem is the decider if there's ever a 3-3 tie.
Number one, Gabriel is not in the team. Don't even put him there. He don't deserve to be in
that team. This is not a combined 11. We're just having a conversation.
Okay.
We're not doing a combined 11. We're not. It's
all right. Cool.
Because if it was a combined 11, we'd actually try to have a conversation about certain players, which we're just gonna skip by because certain positions are already taken. Like there's no debate about Bruno. There's no debate, in my opinion, about Saka's right wing. Certain positions, no one's even debating because you just don't have options to debunk those players. Now, I wanted to ask the Arsenal guys, Kesh, you made fun of. I said a statement which I then retracted quite quickly. I said Rob Holding is better than Lindelof. Explain to me why I'm wrong.
The reason why you're wrong is I feel if you look at Lindelof over the course of his Man United career, I know Man United fans will say he's had bad moments and things like that, but if I compare Odin to him, I feel Odin's he outweighs him in the bad. If you're talking about technical ability, I feel Lindelof is better than him, technically. Obviously, Odin on form this season has been better than Lindelof. I will admit that. He has been better than Lindelof on form. But I can't go off form. I've got to go off the player because form is temporary, class is permanent. And that's why I say Lindelof is better than Odin.
Okay. Now, Manchester United fans and Brandon and Jem, let's ask you guys. Is this a ridiculous comparison to say based on this season, based on form, Holding's been the better player?
Yes, it's ridiculous.
I wouldn't say it's ridiculous.
I'm Lindelof's just better by quite a bit. The reason we hate on Lindelof is because he's not brave enough. That's the only thing. That's his big problem. And beside Maguire, it doesn't work because they're very similar players. Lindelof would get into a lot of teams starting 11 beside the right center back. The problem is him and Maguire are carbon copies, and Maguire's just better. So you're like, that's how I look at it. Maybe I'm Indiana. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I look at those two players.
Okay.
I think
O'Shea's in the house too.
I think Lindelof is underrated, and he's held back for two reasons. One, I agree, he's similar to Maguire, but they're also very different in that Lindelof's actually quicker. He is quicker than Maguire, but he reads the game better than him, though, I would say. I do think he reads the game better than Maguire. The big problem is Wan-Bissaka next to him. For me, that's the big problem, because Wan-Bissaka doesn't read the game very well at all. Great in a tackle, excellent. Probably the best in the world in a tackle, last-ditch tackle. That's the guy you want. But the balance just doesn't work. I think it would help with a decent CDM in front of him. I just think the balance between that triangle just does not work for him, which is why Bailly looks better. Bailly is lightning quick. He's a bit more aggressive, but you can't say Lindelof is a bad player.
Okay, so am I hearing everyone saying Lindelof or Eric Bailly would get in over every Arsenal centre back?
I agree.
Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't think it's as black and white as he will get in, because at the same time, as a defender, the only problem with Lindelof is that he's not brave enough, and you don't. As a centre back, you've got to be brave. If you're not brave enough, you're always going to have those mistakes in you.
Let's flip the question. What Arsenal player actually deserves to be ahead of them two? In your eyes, in defender?
Olden. Based on
Out of all your
definitely.
defenders, Holden's the only defender you got an argument for.
Is Bailly fit? Is Bailly fit? Are we saying Bailly's fit? Because that changes it.
Listen, you can't depend on a player.
You answer that for me. Is he fit?
I don't know.
We really don't
Is he
know.
ever fit? I don't know if he's ever fit, to be honest.
I'll tell you this: Rob Holding has played 17 games this season. He's been a mainstay in our team. Sadly, I kind of agree with you guys. If Lindelof was in our team, he'd be pushing for first or second place, right? Possibly third if Rob Holding got his shit together. But Rob Holding this season has absolutely played amazing. He's done well, and to me, I feel like if you guys are going to look on form, Rob Holding. If you're going to look at ability, it's going to be Lindelof or Bailly or Gabriel ahead of him.
Gabriel.
I think Eric Bailly.
Yeah, but Bailly, I think the problem is, right, we haven't seen enough of Bailly to judge him. Is a bit unfair. He hasn't had like a 10-game stretch to say.
Of a cult hero.
Yeah, it's one of those with him. So we should leave him out, really.
Okay, so this is the decider. Jem and O'Shea, who are you guys picking from the two teams? What's your second partner next to Harry Maguire?
Is this based upon form or just the overall player?
Overall this season.
Overall this season.
Yeah, because if we went based on ability, we know certain other people would get in.
So I don't actually think Lindelof's that bad. I keep saying it. I don't think he's that bad. I think when he has a good game, he's very good, actually.
Is Maguire in? Yeah, we're saying Maguire's
Maguire's in.
So we're looking for the perfect partner out of Man United Arsenal to fit with Maguire.
Yeah, to fit with Maguire. Then I wouldn't say Holding. They're too similar.
I think the only reason. I think the only reason why. I think
we're waiting.
I'd say Eric Bailly.
Internet in the
his Wi-Fi's on Fraud Watch tomorrow.
Yo, O'Shea, just jump out and jump back in. We can't hear you. Now,
if we're talking about the perfect partnership, we're looking at someone like Gabriel. He's got to be brave.
What I said earlier.
He's got the pace to recover and help Maguire out.
That's literally why I said it earlier. It's not that I think Gabriel's better than Lindelof, or I think he's better than Bailly.
I feel like the only reason why Lindelof.
Are you still talking?
He's been talking the whole time. I guarantee you.
Let me jump back in and I'll jump out and jump.
Yeah.
Guys, let's take a statement straight from Max Kellerman. If there's aliens came down and they said you have to pick your best two players from Manchester United and Arsenal, obviously we're not taking Holding. Who would we take in that situation?
Bailly and Maguire at that point.
Maguire.
If it's on the line,
if it's life or death, you're taking Bailly and Maguire.
But don't we have to explain
100%.
football to them first?
Eric Bailly is so good, man. I have waited to see a fully fit Eric Bailly from start from the week 1 to week 38.
I don't think you're gonna see that. I don't think you're ever gonna see that.
Exactly. It's tough.
He's the Premier League's
He's
new
a
Ledley
player,
King, man.
I was just about to say the same thing.
That is the most dumbest
Wow,
comment
what
I've
a
ever heard.
comparison! What a comparison. Okay.
Yeah, he's injury
Now,
prone like him as well.
okay, so I have a lot of shouts for Gabriel. What about Gabriel?
Not over by.
No, man. Gabriel was waste.
Listen, listen. When Bailly first came in, he's had the same problems that Gabriel's having this season. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah, but we're talking about now.
No, I'm just saying. But the way people are saying is like Gabriel can't go on and get to the level that Bailly is at now. Like,
And then got turned by Shea Adams and then got sent off, bruv. Wait,
it's a Premier League. How many defenders? I've seen Zuma. I've seen that happen to Zuma how many years?
No, man.
At Chelsea. What are you talking about? How many years have you seen Zuma get spun?
He needs to go on fraud Indiana.
How many years did we see David Luiz get spun at Chelsea?
David Luiz is a.
Let's not beat around the bush.
Guys, to keep the conversation going, we're gonna throw this to the people in the comments. You have a choice between Bailly, Holding, or who else is it?
Gabriel.
David Luiz.
David Luiz is not even in it. Don't put him in there. Now left back. I think there's no argument. I think there's no argument. I think the left back.
Oh, this is a fight. This was the fight.
This is the closest one.
You be mediator. You be mediator.
You're saying based upon form, yeah. Luke Shaw's on better form.
So I'm going to be contrary because, like, at the end of the day, it is right now Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's definitely the better player, but Tierney has way more upside. Like,
overall better
Tierney's
player,
top. What we all should be expecting of him, if we all watch football here, and if we're going to be unbiased, should be better than what we're seeing. Luke Shaw at his best. This is it. Luke Shaw. I don't think he's getting better. Tierney should be better than what we're seeing from Luke Shaw. But if we're saying in this moment, it's Luke Shaw. But to be fair,
you're saying that though.
No, but Tierney, it's the same.
Hold on. We're saying that, but you have to understand, Luke Shaw has got a partnership over that side. All this season, Tierney's been performing on that left side on his own.
Not really.
Maybe not really.
He hasn't been playing. He hasn't been playing great every game, is he? Like,
this is beginning to sound like excuse FC, man.
It's not excuses. It's not excuses. Since we beat Chelsea, you've seen a different Tierney. Since Arteta has taken him out of a back three. Remember, Tierney was played in a back three. Let's not act like Tierney's been playing all season at left back. Let's judge him since he started playing left back. And since he started playing left back, he's been a better player than Luke Shaw.
No, he ain't.
In terms of contributions and that, he's been a better player than Luke Shaw.
No, I don't think he has, Kesh. I don't think he has. But what I will say is, I agree with Kesh. I agree. I agree with Cam. About Luke Shaw is at his best. I think Tierney has a much higher ceiling. After seeing him in Scotland, he is not at his level yet.
Can I ask something though? Because since Jem is saying Luke Shaw, so is Luke Shaw being better than Chilwell then?
Yes.
But you lot were saying Chilwell was the best player in the league.
I'd take it back. Chilwell had a good stint. He had a perfect.
He was at the beginning.
He was at the beginning.
How's that suddenly changed?
Because he hasn't been good. We're basing it upon form. Right? I'm not biased. I'll say it.
I think since Telles came in, Luke Shaw's been a different player. Like at the start of the season, I would agree Chilwell was a lot better. Since Telles has come in, Luke Shaw's really upped his game.
Why was Chilwell a lot better though?
Okay, so once again,
hold on, wait, hold on. Why was Chilwell a lot better?
He was a better fullback at the time. He was on very good form. He scored goals.
You guys had
important goals that won us games.
He scored goals. He was assisting.
So what has Tierney been doing? Tierney has been contributing more.
Tierney's been playing in a free at a back, bruv, like you just said, not left back. What are you talking about?
No. If you look at chances created and assists, Tierney's been performing better than Luke Shaw.
But you
got to look. I don't know if he's right.
You can't just base it on that though, Kesh.
Yeah, but that's what Jen just said about Chilwell though. That's why Chilwell was in front of Luke Shaw.
Yeah, but they've been dead. They've just sacked their manager, haven't they? We know they've been dead.
I understand that, but how do you suddenly switch it, the goalpost, when it comes to a different player?
Hold on though. I think the difference is like when we talk about the two players and if we're going to bring in Chilwell, is the roles in the team, right? Tierney is tasked to be one of your main creators. Like Luke Shaw is not for us. Like that's not like for us. We bring him in to be more defensive. Realistically, tell us
To let Rashford be the creator.
Like right. Whereas Tierney is
I think people, including rival fans, should give Luke Shaw more credit because when you look at it, the United signed Alex Telles to be a replacement for Luke Shaw, and he's really stepped up this season. So I do feel like people should be giving Luke.
They didn't sign him to be a replacement.
Of course he was signed to be a replacement.
It's total bullshit, bro. That is total bullshit.
Of course he was signed to
competition. They signed him.
No, if Alex Telles came in and did what they did,
he was inconsistent before that, bro. Before they got Telles, he was Mr. Inconsistent. That's why they did sign Telles.
Brandon's just been holding his finger up.
Let me tell you why they wanted to sign him as a replacement. This is why they wanted to sign him, because they wanted Reguilon originally. And had they have got Reguilon, Luke Shaw wouldn't be playing right now. So you have to give Luke Shaw credit for stepping up.
Maybe he would.
Alex, I don't know if he would.
Okay, Brandon, jump in. This guy said, "What the hell is egtv?" My first name's Egal, and then I just added TV to it.
Give him Luke Shaw, mate. Give him Luke Shaw. Let him have
Well
it.
done, Brandon. Someone speaking
Let him have
sense.
it. And then watch him get spun up on Saturday. Watch it. Kieran Tierney, my man, carrying around a Tesco bag. Luke Shaw's carrying around an extra 2 stone in weight. So, yeah, we've got to give it to him, to be fair. You know,
The weight is solid talent.
Tierney and Luke Shaw have the same body type.
No, they don't.
They're not.
Yeah, they
No, they don't.
They do.
Tierney is nowhere near.
Tierney's lean still. Tierney's lean.
Tierney's just a farmer from Scotland, man.
He's
Just chill out.
19.
Yeah,
That's
he
why.
literally is. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like one. with I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Forget it. Okay. Now, midfield. I'm not even gonna talk about the midfield. We know what the midfield is. Let's just keep it moving. It's Bruno, Pogba, Partey.
El Nini.
No.
I'm not
Nini.
gonna-
Granit Xhaka, no. Emma Smith Rowe, no. Anyone try to make a case for Fred? Goodbye.
What about
Let's be
Partey?
honest.
What about Partey?
Yeah, Bruno.
Partey's already in.
Partey's in.
Why is Partey?
No, Fred?
Why is Partey? Why is Partey not?
Because he's not been playing this season. He's been injured.
Yeah,
Why is Partey not?
None of
playing?
us are.
Point.
Come on,
He's got
Jeff.
a point.
Stop, Jem. You're
Here we
taking
go,
away
man.
from the actual.
We all know
Fred's had a
the-
good season.
But
for
we all
Man
know the
United.
player. This
kick
is one
this
of those
Chelsea pagan out of it,
Yeah,
man.
this is one of those situations you can pull aside for him, and if he's been playing, like we all watch Champions League, we all seen Partey at his best, and if Partey's at his best, if you're a United fan saying you
Jem
wouldn't,
I
is
haven't
very
seen- I haven't
biased.
seen him- I
Jem,
haven't seen him at his best.
You
I
put
haven't seen him at his
Bailly
best.
You
Where's
put
he been at
Bailly
his
off for
best?
2 games. You put Bailly off for 2 games.
Nah,
And now you're saying
Partey's
why
in.
Partey's in.
No.
You just put Bailey.
No. He
Come on,
partnered
man.
Maguire. He partnered Maguire. That was
Partnered.
the
Nah,
task.
it's Partey, Pogba, Bruno. Let's move on.
Done.
Okay, cool.
Next.
Cool. I'll let him have that one.
Yeah, no question about the midfield. Pogba, Bruno, Partey. Simple, no question. That's it. Now, right wing. No question,
Saka.
in my
All
opinion.
down.
But people in the chat are saying to me Greenwood's a better right winger than Saka.
No,
Saka all
The
day
thing
long.
is that
Saka all day
Saka.
long.
Comparisons.
No.
aren't fair.
Saka starts on the right.
Greenwood's a striker.
Say it again, Brandon. Say it again, James. James,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Sorry, it's a little. Greenwood and Saka, the comparisons because of age, but Saka's clearly a born and bred right winger. Greenwood is a 9. He's just playing on the right wing because he's versatile. And it's more
Don't put
like
Lacazette
you
in
don't
it.
have the pressure of playing up front. But Saka's a right winger, but Greenwood's a 9, and he's just a pure goal scorer.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
love Saka. I think he's great.
Yeah.
Saka, it's got to be
great.
Saka.
Saka's great.
He's the only one getting in the front three, though.
Don't put
so-
Colin on timeout. Colin's my guy. He's one of the day ones. You can't put him on timeout. He can say whatever the
leave
hell he
Colin,
wants.
man.
As long as he doesn't slag off somebody's mom, you're good. Okay. Now the right. Let's go to the left now.
Rashford.
Left.
Rashford.
Done. See you
Anyone
later.
debating
Good
that?
night.
Because Aubameyang's been poor.
I have
No.
Nah, forget Aubameyang. Rashford.
No
Let's say
debate
I think you
about
play
that.
Rashford. I think you play Rashford up front and you play Martinelli on the left.
Nope.
No, man.
I just
No,
want-
Rashford on the left.
Rashford's on the left.
Yeah, you don't take somebody.
United
who's been
fans
on
don't even like
crazy
Rashford
form.
through the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Cavani up top. That would be
Who?
mine.
Aubameyang.
Guys, big up
Cavani
to
up top.
everybody. There's over 200 people watching. If you guys can all
It's
smash the like button right now,
This-
that'd be great.
This is where I know Arsenal fans are going to start debating me with a Lacazette or an Aubameyang. It's Cavani through the middle.
100%.
If you're talking
Before
about
we get
a
there,
striker,
before we get
it's
there,
Cavani.
Indiana, before we get there, every single one of you guys, there's 200 of you guys, there's 40 likes. That is embarrassing. Come on, that's 20%. Let's do this. At least 50%. Let's get to at least 100. Now, moving on to the actual striker situation. Lacazette's been on the best form out of all team strikers. Let's be honest. When it comes to Manchester United
I'll put
strikers,
Egal in there.
right? When it comes to Chelsea strikers, he's been one of the best strikers in the league this year on form over the past 8 games.
Egal, you're my boy, yeah? I've got respect and love for you, but it's time to let go of Lacazette. He's done, he's finished, he's dead.
No,
My big toe is better than Lacazette's back. My 3-year-old is better than
No.
You're
He's
missing my
crap.
point.
He's not saying that. He's not saying that. He is so
He's
shit.
so shit, bro.
He is so shit, but he's got like 5
I
or
would
6
rather have a
more goal
Origi over
contributions.
Lacazette.
Listen,
On my
he's
mum's
got-
life, I would have a
he'd
Origi
rather
over
have
Lacazette.
Origi over Lacazette. Come on, man, get out of there, man. That is
Cavani for
The
me,
guy
man.
that scored in the
Cavani.
Champions
It's got
League
to be
final, yes, I
Cavani,
would
man.
rather.
He scored a
be
goal in
Cavani.
Champions League. How many other strikers have scored a goal in Champions League? Fam,
I don't care. I would rather have a Origi than Lacazette. Lacazette is so shit, bro.
Nonsense,
He's
man.
so shit, bro.
Talking nonsense.
He
Cavani,
looks
bro,
like a road
Cavani.
man called Jermaine from Ends, bro. He's shit.
Alright,
He's
man.
shit, bro.
Fam, if you're talking football and you're saying Origi is better than Lacazette, then I know you just got no common sense.
Firmino's better than
This
Lacazette.
is the same guy who said that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Origi are comparable. So, like,
I can't ever judge it.
there's some moments
Yep.
you just gotta
Regardless
that,
of that,
I didn't say
Cavani,
that. I was
Cavani,
Cavani
man.
has still got the
Cavani.
best movement of any striker
Yes.
in the world. And if you're going to play players like Rashford, a Bruno, and a Saka, let the best striker with movement in the world play up top and create that space for those players. I would play Cavani over any of those. Any of the strikers.
I can't argue with Cavani, to be honest with you. I mean, the guy's 34 years old and he's still banging goals in the Premier League. You know, he's doing just as much as what Lacazette is doing when he's got the opportunity to play. So I would give it.
I wouldn't say that. He's a better player.
I'll say this.
But he ain't doing more because Lacazette's got 5 or 6 more goal contributions.
What about Eddie Nketiah?
So let me
He's
say
in
this.
chat,
though.
isn't he?
If Oba's in form,
If
Oba's in form, I would enjoy seeing that front three just because of the pace. It would be fun. It would be like that would be frenetic. It would be pretty. But the realistic choice, like for who is the best striker out of all of our strikers, it's Cavani. And it's just like at this point, when he's come back into the Premier League and proven, like I would have said before this conversation, it'd have been like an easy put Oba there. But like now that I've seen Cavani up close in the Prem, I'm like,
well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with you there, because if Aubameyang is on form, I would say he's probably the best striker in the league on form. Apart from Aguero or whatever, I would put him if he's on form, but he's not been on form this season as he has last season.
Thing is, if you put Abba in front of a Bruno and a Pogba, there's no question who the better striker is for that role. There's no question. It's Aubameyang.
Finisher.
Without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah.
No,
Finisher, I agree. As a forward,
not as a
forward.
finisher. No. As a forward, because what you would see, you wouldn't need Aubameyang to be involved so much because you're going to have the likes of Pogba and Bruno creating and causing havoc. All Aubameyang has to do is provide his movement and he's scoring.
Yeah, but Cavani's movement's better.
No,
He's better, but he's not a better finisher. He's not a better finisher.
Aubameyang is a world-class finisher.
it's close.
A world-class finisher. Cavani
It is very
a
close, but
world-class
I
striker.
can't say you're
There's
wrong
two
about
different things.
Aubameyang, you're wrong about Cavani, you're wrong about Laka.
I think Laka we can leave out. I think it's Oba and Cavani are close.
I think you just flick a coin.
Laka's
between
I like
Aubameyang and
Laka, you know.
Cavani. Flick a coin.
But the thing is, though,
Anyway,
you don't need to have great movement, though, if you've got Bruno Fernandes behind you that's pinging you balls left, right. Like, if Bruno Fernandes was at Arsenal last season, Aubameyang would have got 30 goals. Would have got 30 goals last season if Bruno was at Arsenal. Do you get me? So you don't need that
30 goals
positioning or that movement. I'm on
Aubameyang did get 30 goals last season.
I'm saying, I mean league goals. I mean league, like Premier League
Brandon,
goals.
speak up.
Not-
You're being so polite.
I just want to. Right, I said this on my channel earlier on. I want to go back to the midfield. Why is Jesse Lingard not in there? You know, I thought the Emirates was chancellor.
Because he's now
Lingardinho.
playing for the best team in London. Didn't you hear? He's moved on. That's
Yeah,
You say that, Cam, but do you know who's the
that
best
official?
team? Do you know who's the men's best team in Manchester? City, then, isn't it? Because they're above you.
I mean, but
Listen,
we know that.
listen, guys. Let's get some more control over this. Another question. There's been one person who has not been spoken about, and people in the chat are heavily still backing him. Anthony Martial. In my opinion, it's time to stop talking about this guy, man.
It's
Yeah,
not.
he's dead. He's
The
dead.
guy
He's
had
a
a
good
rough
player,
week.
man. Just
He's
very
dead.
inconsistent, man.
Rough week. He's had a rough career.
It's time to
I
go to
don't know
France.
what he
If
is.
we're talking about the striker to take the combined 11 for a long term, he's in there 100%.
No way.
No, not
No
for me.
way.
Personally,
Everyone else is past
he's not a
30.
striker.
Long
He hasn't
term,
got
it's
the movement.
Greenwood.
He hasn't got the instincts. He hasn't got it.
Yeah,
He hasn't got
Greenwood's a
the
Yeah,
better
drive.
striker than Martial. He's a better finisher. He's got
Anthony
more
Martial
forward
is so good,
movement
though.
than
He's just
Martial.
I would send
talented.
Martial
He's
to
so
France.
talented.
You know what's going to
Agreed.
happen to Martial? He's going to be the most irrelevant player after he leaves Man United. You won't
Yeah.
even hear anything about him.
Let's
Sell
hope
it.
not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
He needs
You
to
know,
move
I
on, bro.
wish
From France.
honestly, if Martial could accept a role behind, let's say we bring in a world class striker like Kane or Holland, and he wants to accept that role, like he comes off the bench, because he put it this way: if I'm a team and I say we get a Kane or we get a Holland, and I'm just putting up bigger names, and I see those guys, but then I look to the
Martial
guy
coming
who's
on.
in is Martial. I'm not feeling good. I'm not like, yeah, it's Martial.
No,
You're like,
but Cam, I think that's his problem.
he doesn't believe he's that player.
I think he can't deal
100%.
with
I do agree with
competition.
that,
Cavani comes in, he drops off. Like Zlatan comes in, he drops off. He needs to be the star man, and you can't behave like that at a club like Manchester United. That's the
Okay.
problem with him. It's a choice he makes, and that's why I don't rate him as a top player.
Do you
Okay,
even
so
think
I
he's
just
a
need
striker?
need to rip the bandage, guys. Every single one of us say our three. So for me, it's Saka, Rashford, Lacazette. Kesh,
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Brendan,
Saka, Rashford, Cavani for me.
Indiana, same for you
Yep.
as Brendan. Cam, same as you
I'm
for
actually
Indiana.
going Saka, Rashford, Oba.
Okay. James.
Yeah, Saka on the right, Rashford on the left, and Aubameyang or Cavani. To be honest, Cavani's work rate's amazing, man.
It's a coin flip, really.
Okay, and then Jem and what do you call it? O'Shea. What do you guys say?
Saka, Rashford, and it's hard, isn't it? I'll probably say Aubameyang. To be honest,
Okay.
thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I
And
agree with what Jem said pretty much. Rashford, Saka, and Aubameyang.
Okay. Cool. Now.
Yeah, I agree with what Jem said. Yeah.
There's another debate which is not really a debate for some people, but for me, I feel like we should at least bring it up. I'm not saying comparing the two managers and their careers, because obviously Ollie's been managing for 10 plus years, where Arteta just started. What do you guys think about the two managers, similar positions, coming into teams, not being world-renowned known as managers? One literally just starting up, and one came out of nowhere. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming into a managerial position for you guys. The two jobs they're doing. So start first with Ollie. Ollie, this guy's Undertaker. Like, he keeps saving his job week in, week out. What is it? Well, how does this guy keep surviving? Like, it makes no sense. And then Arteta, I'll tell you guys this. The board were never going to sack him. As much as fans wanted him gone, like, of course, Brandon, you know that as a fan. You wanted him gone yourself. You know that the board were never going to sack him. Even though we went on a good run,
Same with Ole, in my opinion.
they were never going to sack him. What about Ollie?
So
James?
The thing about Ole is that, like, how many managers with proper CVs can we bring in and bring out? Van Gaal, Moyes, Mourinho. If Mourinho was the end of this thing. So it's like, okay, yeah, Ole's CV is nowhere near those guys, but it was more like same with, I think, Chelsea and Arsenal with Arteta. It was more like this is buying the board some time, bringing in a club legend that the fans will back a little longer and have a little more slack for. But Ole has this one thing. He has this ruthlessness about how he really, really wants the club to succeed. And I think that's buying him. I think that's helping the dressing room a little bit. And I think, yeah, it's tough times. It's weird. I can't say one manager is better than the other, because how can I?
I can.
Yeah.
It's easy. Ollie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this: the Undertaker thing with Ollie. What we're seeing from Ollie in that situation isn't his ability to escape; it's the respect the players have for the manager. Plain and simple. Every time he's in a difficult situation, the players play for him. He's made it clear out of all the managers we've tried to bring in, all these. He's a very strong man manager. That's what he's very good at. He knows how to handle the egos. He knows how to handle the rotation. So none of those players are going out there being like, I hope this guy's not here tomorrow. They're all thinking when they're hearing those rumors, I don't know who's coming in, and I like this guy. So we're going to go out there and we're going to win the games for him. And clearly his patterns of play, his tactics aren't bad. Like he's a very underrated manager, and the record speaks for itself. Since he's came in, since he's been our manager, maybe not up till yesterday, no team has taken more points from their available games. So it's like, it's just gotten to a point where, yes, the PE joke was funny. It was what it was. The whole banter with Rio saying, give him whatever, and then we fell off for a bit. That was all fun and games. But when you actually look at it on paper, the results are there. Like we've improved every year since he's come in. Like
1 second, 1 second. Before Brendan goes, O'Shea, there's mad feedback. So whenever you want to say a point, just unmute yourself and say your point, okay? What do you call it? Brendan, what are you going to say? And Ads is in the house also, guys.
I still feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's not that great of a manager. I do think his man management's good. I just think a lot of the time, the Manchester United squad is so good that it gets him out of the trouble. And you can see it with Manchester United. They can go on a 3-month run and then they can all of a sudden fall back off again. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure.
Can I jump on that a minute?
Hold on. I'm going to say something. What is it that's not good about it, though?
I don't know. It's more tactic wise. You know, you don't really see a tactical masterclass from him as such. You know, they play one way and that's about it.
But I
name a couple games?
I feel their counter-attacking football is one of the best I've seen in a very long time. So
I think they have a variation of systems as well.
That is tactics. I think more often than not is certain individuals that tend to let him down.
Yeah,
I agree.
Can I just say, I think with Ollie, he's the navigator. So he navigates his players. He navigates the board very well. I kind of get what Brandon's trying to say, because you've had it with Arsenal. You've had the same thing with Arsenal. You haven't had a manager build a first 11. So Ollie's working with players back to Fergie's era. It's tough for managers to put a system in with those players, the players they want, the balance in the side. That is tough. I think he's navigated that very well. He said he looks at 4 games in a block of 4. So he does manage the players well to do that. But these players also have to step up. You can tell by the Sheffield United game. But that wasn't a case of Sheffield United being a better side than us. That's a player mentality thing.
So you said there's no like tactical mastery. You look at the City games, the 2 that he won, like the way he set us up, the way he went out, that was tactical mastery. Like the way he played against PSG in that first game, he completely outsmarted Tuchel, and then we were just outdone by their talent in the second one. That's there's not much you could do in that situation. Like I can name multiple games where all these tactics have come up aces against a lot of the
only fault I have with Ollie is sometimes he tends to trust certain individuals to come in more than what he should actually trust. Like sometimes you bring in like Tinzabi yesterday. I think he would have been better off playing Lindelof in that game.
But he wants to save him for Arsenal.
He hasn't got to the phase yet, which is something missing, where he's cutthroat. He has been. He has got a lot of guys out of our team, but he's still in that phase of he looked past Sheffield United. That's the problem. He looked past Sheffield United and he thought, I can play Twente without realizing we've got City breathing down our neck. Yeah. We've got Liverpool who's still there. You just got to win the game. And he believed we could do it. He believed in his players too much. He believes too much in these players. That's the problem. He believes in these guys being like, if I put him out there, he'll put in a ship. Yeah. It's not the case.
Can I just say something really quickly? It's off topic, but it looks like Ramos is leaving. It looks like he's definitely on his way out the door. So we might see him at a club in the Prem, maybe.
Chelsea.
I don't think Arsenal's going to pay his wages. I think Manchester United or Chelsea or Man City could pay his wages. He's not going to Tottenham.
I don't think either of them is going to pay his wages.
How much is he on? 400 euros a week.
Like 400 and something. But like, no, like, how's that feasible? Like, why would he give that
It's
to a
not
centre?
Liverpool then.
I don't
It's
think he'll
definitely
go
not
to
Liverpool.
I think he'll go to
PSG.
PSG.
O'Shea, cut. Where's O'Shea?
I think he goes to PSG.
Yeah, PSG.
Okay, so we got ads in the house. Ads. Quick question.
Yo.
Okay. First question. What was the biggest memory for you, Manchester United versus Arsenal, growing up?
That's a hard one, you know. To be honest with you, I ain't really got one, but what I can touch on, going into this game is, I think it's gonna be a good game. But I can't, like I said, Egal, I can't really touch on the topic that you're asking me, bro.
You don't have any memories of Arsenal, Manchester United. It could be last year. It could be 2 years ago. It doesn't have to be 5-6 years ago, bro.
All right, I'll say, you know what? I'll go for negative one. You lot beating us 2-0 and Pepe magically scoring the first fucking goal really pissed me off.
Understandable, man. Understandable. Honestly, I completely get where you're coming from. Because for me, when it comes to games, games against certain teams like Manchester City, I have to go so far back for a game. I'd love to pick a game where, like last year, where we beat them or something, but I can't take the FA Cup win over the game that we had with Santiagozola.
When I think of an old Man United and Arsenal game, especially at the Emirates or Highbury or whatever, I always think of the game where Man United won. Was it 3-2? And Rooney ran like one end of the pitch to the other, and he got to the other end, and Parchi Singh, I think, set him up, and he just banged it in. I always remember that game. I think Ronaldo scored in that game as well. Do you remember?
That was when the Premier League was at its best.
Yeah, it was proper count.
When it was Arsenal, Man United, Roy Keane versus Vieira, the Premier League was at its best at that point.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you guys about today's game, but I'm going to start with Ads since he didn't get to speak much yet. Ads, what do you think about this game going into it? And honestly, are you worried? Are you cautious? How are you feeling? And also, guys, smash those like buttons. Come on, people.
Yeah, make sure to smash that like button. I could be an idiot and I could say that we're absolutely going to destroy and demolish Arsenal, but I think we all know that's not true because this season has taught me a big lesson. Never underestimate a team, no matter what form they're in, because they can literally switch up like yesterday and beat us. I think it's going to be a good game. I think this is where the big players, the big game players really do need to come into place and actually be there on form and actually win the game for the team. And yeah, man, I think Arsenal do have a chance. They definitely have a chance to beat us because they tend to put us in a bad run of form like they did when we go up against them last fixture that we had with them. But I think it'll be a good game either way, man. I think I don't think it'll be a thrash-in. I think it'll be a very close game between the two good teams.
True. And then we got, yes, Sirski. We got 2K FIFA Reaper in the house. My
Big
guy.
up 2K, man.
Doing
What's
his thing.
good, y'all boys? What's good, man?
Yeah,
I'm
almost coming to
bro.
2K subscribers. Big up to you, bro. Chat
Yo,
to me.
what's good, everybody, man? What's good with the chat? What's good with everybody? My boy Indiana's in here. Egal, Cash. I see all you guys in here, man. What's up?
Chilling. First question. What's your biggest memory, Arsenal, Manchester United? And second question, what do you think about the game? And then we're going to go to everybody else in a second.
If I'm gonna be real, like my biggest memory is the pain I felt when we lost 8-2. Like I'm being honest, like that's the biggest pain. That's the biggest memory I have from that rivalry. Like that has to be. And what was question number 2?
What do you think about the score line and what do you think is gonna happen in this game?
I'm being honest. Like Arteta's outsmarted Oli both times because I'm being honest. I don't rate Oli as a manager, but you have to get credit. Can you hear me?
No, he can hear you. He's just being facetious.
I was saying like, dude, like I don't rate him as a manager, but to his credit, I can't really say much right now because like if you're delivering the results, you can't really talk. You know what I mean? Like you have to just kind of stay in your place type of thing. So I mean, I think Arteta will do the same thing he did last time. He'll go with that conservative approach. He's not gonna go like gun ho. He's gonna go conservative. And Manchester United, when they play against teams where they're not parking the bus fully, but they're not fully going attacking, it's going to be a difficult game. So I could see it easily being another close, maybe 1-0, whoever scores first type of game, honestly.
Okay. Now, moving on to Indiana. Indiana, what do you think about this game? What do you think is going to happen if you were to make a prediction?
Firstly, I used to like this guy. Secondly, this game, United are the underdogs. United are the underdogs.
Since when?
Cam, don't smile at me because it's true. You know it as well.
Since when, bro?
Since
I know what
when?
you're getting. I know what you're
Yo,
getting.
United fans love to be the underdogs, yo. They
He's trying to
just
counter
love
it.
By definition,
What are the
we
betting
are.
odds? Let's
When's
see
the
the
last
betting
time we
odds.
beat
Let's
you
see who's
guys?
favorite.
You know what though? You know what I would say.
That doesn't matter.
Let me
That doesn't
finish.
I just
matter.
want to check.
We are the underdogs. You
Why
are
though?
in
I just want
great
to check because
form.
I'm a betting man.
Why?
You got Smith Rowe playing. Stop it, Egal. You got Smith
No,
Rowe's
no,
playing
no.
at the
Don't
skin.
worry. We
And then
got
you bring
James.
Odegaard in, and then listen, let me finish my point.
James is
man.
checking the
Yeah.
odds.
I think that
Check the odds.
Odegaard coming in will make them step up. Those
We
four
brought in
United
a
are
loan
slight
signing.
favorites.
Wait. Indiana, we brought in a loan signing. Next question. We brought in a loan signing. Next question.
What's that
Hey,
got to do with it?
Indiana.
He's
You know what I'm
not,
gonna say?
bro.
You know what I'm gonna say to you though? This is what I'm gonna say. You're wrong because even in
My man trying to bring up betting,
United
bro.
are
Man United
favorites.
favorites, Man United favorites. This is what I'm gonna say. Even in the time when United and Arsenal was going at it, there was no favorites.
It's
We both
70-30. It's 70-30.
No. We both went into
It's not
that
70
game.
30, it's 80 20, bro. Get it
Listen,
right.
we
Bro,
both
this
went into that
is
game. We both went into that game in both of our A days, and there was never this talk about one team being a favorite. We went head to head, and it's whoever goes to that game and won it the most got the win. So I'm not hearing this. I'm not
Kesh,
hearing it
when's the
about
last
bro.
wait,
One
Kesh,
second.
Kesh.
Everyone
Bro.
stop for 1
Hearing it.
second. 1
You are
second.
hearing
What
it.
did you just do, James? Put that back on the
Yes.
screen. What the hell was that? Put that back on the screen.
That's good.
Oh, did my man put up a bet, bro?
Man put $400 on Manchester United to win 6-0. You're crazy, bro.
Bro.
Listen, if you want
Man
to
is
throw money
rich,
away,
bro. Yo.
if you want to throw money away, I got 3 children to feed. I'll give you my details.
Okay. I'll be
We'll
nice.
sort
I'll
that
be
out.
nice.
Yo,
I'll be
we'll
nice.
put
I'll
it
be
into
nice.
my YouTube, bro. Throw the bag at me. Throw the bag
Hey,
at
James,
me.
I'll be nice. I'll
I'm gonna send
I'll
you
be
my
nice.
cash
I'll
app.
be
Yeah?
nice.
I know you Americans like your cash apps and your PayPal. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you my deals.
Yeah,
Egal,
bro.
I've got to go in a minute, man.
I'll be
Later,
nice,
Jeff,
man.
later, Jeff. Yo,
Alright,
where's
see you in a
Ad?
bit.
Where'd Ad
So-
go? He
Bro,
just
this
left?
is crazy.
If we're gonna
bro.
be honest, tomorrow, I mean Saturday, whenever we play you guys, I probably forget the day because we moved around so much. I wouldn't say we're the favorites or the underdogs. I think what Kesh is saying makes sense. It's never been it's always a 50-50 with the two clubs. If we're going to be honest, we're the better team and we shouldn't lose. We shouldn't.
Yeah,
Our manager's better. You can say Arteta figured him out. All that happened was Ollie outsmarted himself. Ollie took you guys serious.
no, bro. That's not
It's
what
just like-
happened.
I wouldn't say
not
yeah,
what
that's part
That
of
is
it.
what happened.
He gave way
No,
too
no,
much
no.
respect.
What happened?
That's exactly what
No.
happened.
Whoa, no, I'm
Listen,
not.
You guys way too much respect.
Yo, guys,
Agreed.
yo, you know why I'm not hearing it? It's because look. All right. So for one, if you look at both games, right? Both games were all Arteta outsmarted Ollie, right? Both of those games, you guys tried to play out from the back. Yes or no? Yes.
He just
Do you
gave too
think
much
you have the
respect.
personnel to play out from the back? Yes or no? Who bought them? Yes or no?
Who bought them? Yes
Ollie
or
Gunnar
no?
start, right? So we're not doing that. Arteta pressed them high, and you guys try to play out from the back.
Listen,
That's a
2K, you-
I hope
Listen,
you're
wait,
here
wait,
after this
wait.
game.
And you're right. Yeah.
Oh, we'll be
You know
here.
I love you, right? But
Oh
that's
yeah,
bollocks.
the reactions will be
That's
nice.
We'll be
bollocks.
here,
There was no midfield battle.
I
There
think
was no
Go ahead.
midfield battle.
Because
I'm
we had
not
Thomas
having
Partey
this.
in our midfield. I'm
We-
sorry.
No. We
Just
did
jump in,
not
Brendan.
turn up. And if we played you like that in the form you're in now, we would lose that game 5-0. We were that bad. I have never seen us. When we played against Tottenham and we lost 6-1, we didn't play that bad.
The reason why you played that bad,
We were
the
terrible.
reason why you played that bad is because you expected us
We
to
weren't
come out
before you
and
say
give
we
you.
weren't nullified.
No.
We weren't
You
outsmarted.
expected us.
We did not
Yes.
turn up.
You're right. Yes, you're right. That's the
Yes.
point. We expect
Come
you
on,
guys to do something, but you didn't.
Yes.
It was too
There
much.
was no midfield battle because Thomas Partey locked you off.
Thank
mate.
you.
Locked you
Thank
off.
you.
No.
Thank you. Cash, quick
Listen,
question.
if you're
But what-
proud of that, I'm worried about you.
No, I'm not. No, it's not.
Worried about
Listen.
I took the 3 points home. But Cash, my question is, Cash. So what Indiana just said, right? What Indiana just said, everything he just said, right? Yo, how is that a slate on Arteta? Because they played bad. Like
We
how?
got to play on Arteta. We got there and play the team that's in front of us, and that's what we done.
That's what we
I
did.
think we played better last
Partey
night.
and the Blues at Pogba. He thought this guy is doing nothing, and I'm just gonna sit on him, and that's what he done.
Put him on lockdown, bro. Put him in maximum security.
That's what he done.
On this whole who's the favourites thing though, I don't think there's any
There's no
favourites.
favourites.
Because
There's no
You're
if
right,
you
favourites.
look at
100%.
if you look at our run of form, right, you would probably say that because we won 5 of the last 6, that we would be favourites. But then when you look at Man United's run of form, they've won 4 of their last 6, but they played better position than us.
And we've
So
lost
I
1 in
don't see
13.
how you can say that we're favourites.
Bro, this is a Twitter battle royale.
Form goes out the window going into a clash like this. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, bro.
You got to be up for it.
Listen, man.
You know what?
Twitter
You're
battle
the first
royale.
time that I heard say that. Everyone has
The team
been
that
trying.
wants it the most. The team that wants it the most is going to win this game. And I see
But
a lot
hey,
of rival
I-
fans. A lot of rival fans.
Okay,
are
so let's hear
predicting
predictions.
4-4
Let's hear
game. It's not gonna
predictions.
be that.
Let's hear predictions. Because 2K, what was your prediction again?
Bro, the last time this fixture happened, I said Mohamed El Neni Perlo should be playing in the team. He played in the team and he played a master class that day. I'm telling you right now, bro. I will be here if we lose or not. I'm telling you, no smoke. Like, if we play the right team, this is a 3-1 game. In my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. Yes, laughable. Yes, laughable. Now, we're waiting for the clip. Keep all these clips on deck. Keep all these clips on deck. Listen, I'm telling you, chat. Everybody, listen to me right now. This is a 3-1 game. Yo, listen, bro. Under a negative Unai Emery, we were still battering these men, bro. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it. 3-1. If we don't 3-1, bro. That's what I'm going with. 3-1. I'm going
Cam, what are you
confident.
going with?
This
You're
United
laughing.
team is
What's your
overrated. This United team is so overrated. I can't wait to see
Cam,
it.
what's your prediction?
I'm coming with smoke, bro.
Who's going to 3
What's your
goals?
prediction, bro?
3-1, bro.
I need a section.
3-1. If you guys can't say it with your chest,
Hey, can't disrespect the
I
guy on
can't-
his prediction. Can't disrespect the guy.
Control yourself.
Yo, James, what about
Okay.
you? What's your
I'm
prediction?
confident, bro.
To be
We already
honest,
know what he thinks.
I
6-0.
fancy 6-1. To be honest, I could see a draw happening, but if Xhaka is man marking Bruno, and you know how Xhaka likes to get stuck in, I don't know. I could see 2 yellows there. United running away with it, 3-1, 3-0.
Okay, Brendan.
Do you know what? Fuck this, right? I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
Come on, bro. Say it with your chest, bro. Yes, sir. Yes,
2-1
sir.
Let's
Arsenal.
go.
Yes.
Let's go. Indiana, Slim Shady with the hat. the way your hat was sideways. 1 second, let me
Indiana,
just.
bro. Don't ponder, bro. Say it with your chest, bro. Say it with your
Yo,
chest.
2K, this superchar's
Yeah,
pretty much at you.
No,
Man,
I'm
fully
serious.
jinxed it.
Hang on. Arsenal are back. 2-1 Arsenal.
This man just. Well, I'm sorry.
Indiana, you're a bad person.
My bad. Excuse me. Say that again for the chat, please. Say that again.
2-1 Arsenal. Arsenal are back.
You know what?
You know he doesn't believe that, but all right.
Back again.
Okay. The worst thing that could have happened for Arsenal was for United to lose to Sheffield United. It'll be 2-0 United.
No,
If
no
we didn't
question
lose, it
about
would
it.
have been different. But us losing to Sheffield United, that's the worst thing that could have happened for Arsenal.
Ew.
Okay.
No, he is right.
I feel like that's a cold take.
Sure, I guess
James,
we'll
what were
watch
you
it.
saying? What were you saying, James?
No, yesterday after Sheffield beat us, I was like, do you know what? I think that's the right timing for a loss. You know, after the great run of form, after we've been top of the league for a couple weekends, I think it's okay. Okay, before the European schedule comes back up and everything, okay, let's take a loss. City's still near us. Let's wake back up and get back in with 3 points.
Okay, Indiana, there's a comment saying your reverse psychology is not something about reverse psychology. So is it reverse psychology or do you actually believe
Listen,
it?
I don't actually. No, it's not. It's not. It's just I know what you think I'm saying, and that's not what I'm saying. I actually feel like
WSL.
there's no. So there will be a patch of form for Man United where we drop. What do you want me to say? Everyone's gonna make me laugh just by looking at their faces, right? We will
Okay.
drop off. We will drop off at some point. I said it in the season.
Is he
Arsenal-
chatting
Hey,
shit?
man.
Or he genuinely believes this,
Arsenal
I
are
think.
back.
Come on.
Hey,
Say
man.
the words.
He's
Say the
blowing
words.
smoke out his ass. He does not believe that. Honestly.
Bro, Indiana, bro. He's got smug grin on his face, bro. He's got smug
Oh,
grin. Bro.
gosh.
He knows. But it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, God.
Face was gold. This man was like, I don't even want to hear this right now.
Okay.
Let's get real. Let's get real. You heard me at the start of the season. Even when we was in a bad run of form, I said, this season we'll do the double with Man United. And I still
Exactly.
believe that. I've
Yeah,
always
with
said
the
that.
chest.
And that's
Yes,
when we was
sir.
playing. That's when we was playing shit. I'm not gonna come out and say 3-0. I see a lot of people saying 3-0, but I do think it'll be a lot closer than that. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Arsenal.
I think 3-1's a
and
famous
you know
scoreline in
what?
this fixture.
My question is, why are you guys gassing when I said 3-1, bro? Everyone said 2.
No, listen. I'm with you, bro. 2K. We're here. We're in the same. We're in the same realm. I hear you. But I feel like I'm just gonna take one goal off your scoreline. I'm gonna make it 2-1, and I think it's gonna be one of the situations where it's a tight game going into it, and Arsenal nicks the win. We get over the line by a skin of our hair. And you know what? At the end of the day, if we win the game and you guys call us lucky, I don't mind being lucky. Sometimes it takes some luck to get
3
back.
points is 3 points. 3 points is 3 points. It's funny because before I got on here, whoscored.com actually predicted 2-1 Arsenal, and I like, you know, I'm obviously a United fan. We want to win, but you know what? Hey, ball's round, right?
And if they do it by the skin of their hair, oh my god!
Say it again.
I said, and if they do it by the skin of their hair, then we'll be unlucky. I mean,
There
it's
you go.
like what the thing is, right? I don't think you should be scraping this game. Don't start. I don't think you should be scraping this game. I think you should take advantage right now. Whilst you're on good form, new players coming in, you should be
We don't play the occasion, and we don't play the form that your team's in. We go out there and we do a professional job. That's what we need to do.
Exactly.
I'm not going out there.
I can't believe this guy thinks Arsenal's going to score 3 goals.
Players collapse. That's very true. You can do that.
That's what I'm.
Wait.
Cam saying Arsenal's going to score 3 goals.
What did we score last game?
Bruh.
Last game was a lucky 1-0, wasn't it?
No, they scored 3 goals last game, didn't they? Who was it against?
Southampton.
Who's it? Southampton? I mean, one of the goals was criminal, but you're not scoring 3 goals against United. I'm sorry.
No, that Pepe goal, his run was exceptional.
Yeah, criminal goal was the second goal. Saka got open for that. That was just a terrible mistake. That was the one.
Not only that, Granit Xhaka's out here giving assists, mate. We never see that.
Xhaka was moving like Pirlo.
That's what I'm saying. You're confident. You're in good form.
Okay, guys. Now we've completely gone off track. Forget about the scoreline. Everyone said their piece. Arsenal fans think Arsenal's going to win. James is out here betting 400 pounds bets that Manchester United is going to win like 3-0. What did he say? What is that? What is it? What are you putting on the screen, bro? How many things are you betting at the same time?
It's called a bet builder. You know how close I was to last year's fixture? You know how close I was to last year? You guys remember the game 2-2 at United last season? Where Leno had that free kick save on
this year.
Hey man, you know I have receipts.
Yeah, I know. Guys, almost at 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. Please smash that like button. Let's get us over 100 likes. The stream's almost done. And final take.
Can I ask? Wait. There's one thing we haven't gone over. How do you see setting up, and how do you think you win the game?
4-2-3-1. That's going to be what Ollie does. You're going to see our best team. There's going to be nobody rested. Lindelof will start beside Maguire. You'll see Bruno, Pogba.
You know
what? Yo, I might be wrong, Indiana. I think you might see Scott and Fred.
Yeah.
You might see.
I think you're right too. I think you're
going to see. We have to.
I think you have to go for Scott and Fred. I think
Scott and Fred play. I think Scott is a player that lives up to these big games. He's that young kid with the energy, box to box. I think I see him.
Oh, then if he plays Scott and Fred,
Cam put up.
That means Pogba's going to play off the right.
Pogba comes off the bench.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Pogba will come off the bench. I think Cavani will start. I think we'll see the rest. I think we'll see Rashford and we'll see Greenwood play.
To be honest, though, as much as I want Cavani to start and think, he just came off 90 minutes against Sheffield. I don't see him.
No, it was 35.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, he came in halfway. It was 25 or something. He'll start.
Yeah.
He's lined up.
So I don't know. So we'll see.
I want Cavani to start. Ollie does something crazy though and starts 4 midfield.
5-3-2.
Rashford and
guys,
maybe a 5-3-2.
Hopeful. You guys need to be hopeful. Emil Smith-Rowe doesn't play. Tierney doesn't play, and Partey doesn't play. If those
Smith-Rowe doesn't scare me.
Listen,
if those three guys don't play,
and Bruno Fernandes is supposed to scare me.
Come on, man.
Bruno Fernandes.
Now, Indiana knows this, though. I've never rated Bruno. He knows this.
He likes the mid-table teams.
Bro, that's like you saying I'm LeBron James.
Like the top end side.
Let him explain.
But I'm gonna let it
Go on,
slide.
go
Yo,
on, go
listen.
on.
Look. All right, for one, with Bruno Fernandes, in my opinion, look, he's just an inefficient player. In my opinion, I just don't like players with non-efficiency. How many times did he lose the ball per game? Lost the ball 27 times last game. Fact.
You know
What?
I would say.
But you could expect that from the guy who's on the ball most and the most attacking players of areas of the field.
And I
How
get
many
your
times does KDB lose the ball?
I'm
How many
okay.
times does Trent Alexander lose the ball?
I
It's
get-
called being creators, dude. You only become a creator. You lose the ball because you're always creating something. How many goal
I
contributions?
rate Bruno. I know.
Wait.
Come on, if you're a hater
I
of
know-
Bruno, you're a hater of the sport.
I know
Come on,
why-
Bruno is
I'm
real
not a hater of
class.
Bruno. I'm not a
This
hater of
man-
Bruno.
I say I'm not afraid of this, bro. He comes back. I'm not afraid of Bruno.
I think Donny
Fernandes.
van de Beek is better for Manchester United, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
Why?
I just like Donny van de Beek is a more efficient player, in my opinion.
How?
I think he can do everything Bruno is doing in that system. That's just me
No.
personally.
He can't, or he would be playing.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
very
I would-
safe player.
well,
He's
I
a
would
very
say,
safe player. So
well,
you
I
like
would-
you
Hold
you
on.
like LVG football, don't you? You should go support Chelsea Tuchel's over there. You like that sideways passing nonsense. That's why you.
LVG football.
Ajax
LVG
ambassador.
football.
Ajax
Hey.
ambassador.
What I'm saying is,
I'm sorry, bro. That Bruno Fernandes guys is a fraud, bro.
I want.
He'll be
Whoa, who's a fraud?
he'll be exposed soon, bro. He'll be
He's gonna win
I
Player of the
want-
Year.
I want Martinelli to start.
He'll be exposed soon, bro. Don't worry.
I want David Luiz to start. I want David
Yo,
Luiz.
yo,
Guys,
Egal can back
one
this,
second,
bro.
guys. Stop.
Egal can back
Guys,
this.
let's not try to move the conversation on yet.
Hold on.
What are you guys saying? End this here. 2K has his opinion. You guys obviously are saying it's ridiculous to doubt Bruno at this point after showing so much, and 2K still
How
doubts
can
him. Let him
you?
doubt him.
Crazy.
Let him doubt him. Cash, moving on. What
Yeah.
are you saying?
One thing I would say about Bruno though, before we move, Bruno is a very good player, but if he can find that efficiency, he will go up a level. Because if he can find those, he should have more assists than he has this part of the season. He should.
Our guy should finish more too. There's plenty of
So,
opportunities that went
What I'm
wasted.
gonna say is, I want Martinelli to start, and the reason why I want Martinelli to start is Wan-Bissaka, he can be pressed, and sometimes when he's playing, I don't feel people are willing to press him at a certain intensity, and I feel if you play Martinelli, he will be relentless with his pressing, and I do feel at one moment in the game he will catch him out.
Bro,
Okay.
Fair enough.
all
Fair
I'm
point.
saying is the last time I came on here and I puffed out my chest like this, Elneny Perlo played a masterclass, and I was here talking
Don't
my
do that.
shit,
Don't
pumping
do
my chest like the last time. All I'm saying is,
don't.
yo, I will be on here. So look, yo, if I'm wrong, I'll hold my smoke. I'll come on here with my
2K.
smoke next time.
I want
But
some
the
smoke. I
last
want all
time
of it.
I talked
Listen,
like this, I was right.
No. Do not put those two names together.
Yeah,
Do not
don't do
do
it.
Stop doing that.
Don't do it.
Hey man,
Don't do it.
he's best performance in the
Tell him,
Arsenal
Tell him,
shirt.
Arsenal.
I tell him all the time. I tell him all the time.
Don't
I tell
do
him all the
that.
time.
That's
Let
not
the guy
fair.
have it, man. Let the guy have it for a day,
Look
man.
at this stats. Colin put up some stats. Kevin De Bruyne completes 5 passes more than Bruno every 100 attempts. Bruno attempts 7 passes on average than Kevin De Bruyne per game. More through balls, more long balls than Kevin De Bruyne.
That's
That's-
what
that's-
Pep Guardiola system too, huh? Imagine
That
Bruno and
means
Pep's
nothing.
system, huh?
That stats mean nothing, though. I think more often than
It
not,
is true. He is right. Those
more
stats
often,
somewhat mean nothing.
more often than not. Listen, let's not talk about Bruno. And then Bruno is a quality player. The only difference between Kevin De Bruyne is there's certain key moments when you see that defense gaping, you know De Bruyne is going to make it. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. to me.
Yes, Sam.
Winter Surfer came in with the fire. You
Hey,
don't like
man.
Bruno, but you have the audacity to say Elneny Perlo. Jeez, come on, man, stop. It's, the
Hey,
ball
man.
away.
Chelsea fans.
No
Chelsea fan.
Bruno slander here.
Man, you just gotta bring that propaganda, bro. 'cause I
Eleni
mean,
Pirlo.
Bruno's a quality player, man. Bruno's a quality
Yo,
player.
all right, 2K,
2K,
you're
the
the
thing-
first person I heard say Elneny Perlo. When Kesh told you don't do that, you listened to
Don't.
hey, but to my defense, he
No,
played his
no,
last game on the Arsenal shirt after I
No,
started.
there's no defense for that.
Against two. Against two.
Allow
Against
it.
two.
He did
Against
though.
two.
He had a really
It's a
good
bit like
game.
when we
And then
play
what
Phil
happened the
Jones,
next
Martinelli,
game
do you know
against
what I mean?
Aston Villa?
It's a bit like that.
Hey, bro, we shut it down after that, bro. Chill, we shut it down. We shut out. We shut it down after that. We shut it
Bro,
down.
I don't even.
Douglas
I don't
Luiz
even-
had him in
Listen,
the
what did I call him? I called him Elneny De Jong. Elneny De Jong. That's who he is.
Listen, man.
Winter Surfer came in with the heat today. Oh man.
I'm upset.
Okay,
Eleni Pirlo. Oh my god.
guys. Honestly, this has been great, right? if you were all to sign out with your closing remarks of the game, what would you guys say? So I'm gonna go to each person. Brandon, closing remarks. What are you saying?
Do you know what? I am confident that we can win this game, but it all depends on Mikel Arteta's starting lineup. I worry about Marcus Rashford versus Bellerin on that right-hand side. So I'm hoping that he's going to go with Cedric. If he picks the right lineup and we play with a pragmatic approach like we did in the first game, I think we can win this game 2-1.
Thanks, Brandon, for coming on. Appreciate it. And guys, go check out Brandon aftv on YouTube. Great Arsenal channel. That's my guy. Thanks for having me on earlier, also, man. Now, James, debutant on the channel, Manchester United fan, high school friend. Big up to you, James. Tell the people what your closing remarks are, man.
Just like Brandon said, we gotta wait till the lineups come out. All I don't want is both teams to play for a draw, 0-0, side-to-side football. I want both teams to say, you know what, let's go for it. But I think just like Brandon said, Rashford versus Bellerin will be a key matchup. And also, I don't know if Partey is 100% fit or whatever. I saw he's doubtful, but him and Bruno will be a treat to watch.
Thanks for coming on, James Park, man. Appreciate it, man.
100%.
And yo, guys,
on,
after 3 years in grade 9, this guy played football, basketball, everything. Big up to you, bro. Hold it down.
100%, man. You know what it is, guys. Thanks.
Big up to you. 2K. More of the American contingents. Let's talk.
Yeah, no lie. No lie. Like I just puffed out my chest, bro. But if I see that lineup and it's dead, bro, I'm changing my energy very quickly. Very quickly. But I see a 3-1 in my future. I see an Arsenal win in my future. I think United's gonna start out stronger in the beginning. I think we'll grow into the game, and I think the game will just go on past that. But I think Arteta's just gotten the better of Ollie lately. The luck is on our side. I think it will just continue, and I guess we'll just see what happens.
There you go. Big up to 2K all the way in Florida. Big up to you, bro. Do you think your Cavs are looking okay with seven centers, right?
Yeah.
Indiana, talk to me.
I think if United score the first goal, we have a chance of a draw or a win. Because Arsenal will have to come at us, and then we can counter attack.
Jesus.
Otherwise, for me, it's an Arsenal win, a 2-1 win. I think Arsenal are back. If you don't believe me, you can go and look up in the Urban Dictionary. Go type in the Urban Dictionary into Google. Type in Arsenal are back. It's right there for you in black and white.
You made that. Anyways, let's talk. I just want to say. I forgot to say it. Guys, go check out 2K FIFA Reaper on Twitter and on YouTube. Big up to his channel. And also, guys, don't forget to check out Indiana's channel, the First 11. I'll be on Proud Watch tomorrow. And yeah,
2K's got a show on there as well, people.
Yeah, Next Generation, bro. We're going crazy with and Sunny. I try to get there as much as possible, man. We're going good content over there.
There you go. And guys, Cam. I mean, why did I say Cam? I mean Cameron. Bro.
Yo.
Don't smoke drugs, bro.
That's how I feel. I'm calm. I'm chill. 2 weeks ago, Arsenal were done. Nothing's changed. If us losing to Sheffield United, like I said, was the worst thing that could happen. What's going to happen now is you guys are going to step up, think you can beat us. How the mighty have fallen because some of you are hoping you play pragmatically because that's the only chance you have of getting anything out of this game. It's going to be 2-0. United are going to bounce back. Plain and simple.
Yo, tell the people about the channel that you're working with, the United channel.
All right. You can catch me at C_low77 or Trapper Talk if you want to catch me on previews or you want to catch me on any reviews. Not any, but I'm on there most of the time doing previews for the games. It's at Trapper Talk Podcast. And, of course, on the terrace all the time.
There you go. And, yo, my guy's saying EGTV has just become the best show on YouTube. Big up to you, bro. And then, you know what? Let's go straight to Kesh. Kesh, what are you saying?
What's the question?
Nah, you know what? You do that all the time. You know, guys, this guy's a busy man. Anyway,
I'm out of here, boys.
The question is, closing remarks. Big up to you, Cam. You can have a great day.
Yeah, listen, I just hope we put the right team out. I'm confident that there won't be too many upsets in the lineup. I know some people saying that they want Bellerin or Cedric. Honestly, it really doesn't matter who plays against Rashford as long as they put in a performance. In terms of Bellerin, I feel with a Partey in there, it gives Bellerin a lot more protection over that side. So we just need to go in there with the right mentality and put in a performance that us fans respect. Like it's about the performance tomorrow, you know, having some dignity and showing that we're going in the right step, we're taking the right steps in the right direction. And that's it for me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read this comment and then I'm gonna keep it moving. My guy here says, Egal, read this comment. We're undefeated against them in 3 years. If the lineup is right, we will hurt them 2-0. Wow. Okay. And guys, I think we're gonna win this game. And I think the key to us winning this game is going to obviously be if our players are fit. If our players are not fit, Kieran Tierney is not fit. If Emil Smith-Rowe is not fit, if Thomas Partey is not fit, we're gonna be it's gonna be 10 times more tougher to win this game than it would be if they're all fit. If they're all fit, I give us a 60% chance to win this game. If they're not fit and we're going into this game, we're gonna be going into this game severe underdogs, and I think at that point we're gonna be behind it, and our chances from winning go from us being favorites to us being almost like complete like underdogs, like 10-point under, like 3-point underdogs, where they could probably beat us 3-0 easily. So I'm saying hopefully Emil Smith-Rowe is healthy, Thomas Partey is healthy, Tierney's healthy, and you know what? Let's just hope that the lineup that we go with is attacking enough where we're not sitting back the whole entire game and just holding on to a 0-0. Because to me, drawing at home against Manchester United at this point, it would be a better result for us. But we need all 3 points if we're going to get back into the top 4. And everybody watching, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. If you have enjoyed the show, smash a like on the video. And also, if you have genuinely enjoyed the show, do me a favor, put a comment in after the video is done and tell me what you thought about the show and if you want more like this. Thank you and have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here, and good night and God bless. Peace.